Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 would be hands down Shakur Stevens.
What is it about him? Because I know you have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I can take him to that next.
I also told my team before the fight, I said they're going to say I got one of the best jabs in the world tonight. And tonight I went out there and I just used my jab over and over and made it a weapon, and he couldn't stop it. And for the future young fighters that's coming up behind me, the jab is one of the most important punches, and I hope that they add that to their games too.
All right, and heading into fight week, many people have been calling you this generation's Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel about that comparison?
I'm the first Shakur Stevenson, but
Floyd Mayweather has reached a breaking point, and this time, he's making his stance public. For years, detractors have labeled Shakur Stevenson as cautious or dull, but that narrative collapsed after his dominant performance against Teofimo Lopez. What unfolded wasn't merely a win. It was a surgical display of precision that made an elite champion appear completely outmatched. The strategy, discipline, and control echoed everything Floyd built his legacy on, executed to perfection. This wasn't a ceremonial handoff of greatness. It was a takeover. And now, Mayweather is prepared to explain why Shakur's rise isn't a phase, but the beginning of boxing's next reign.
All glory to God. It was an amazing night. I put the work in. I stayed disciplined throughout my camp. I was in tremendous shape. And T.O., he's a hell of a fighter, but I was the better man tonight.
Guys, just raise your hands, please, and the microphone will be brought to you. Thank you.
Shakur, congratulations, man. Great performance, obviously. Did you feel at some point that you demoralized him and he was just kind of trying to get to the finish line?
Yeah, I definitely did. I feel like he's a fighter, so he tried to fight back. But yeah, I picked him apart. In the second round, I want to say that I told my corner, I said, I'm stronger than he is.
Did you feel like you hurt him at any point in the fight?
Yeah, for sure. I hurt him a couple of times. My jab, my left hand to the body, my left hand up top. I put on a great show tonight.
Obviously a great performance against your best opponent. Any disappointment that you didn't stop him? Because you said even during the fight you wanted to stop him.
No, there's no disappointment. It's boxing at the end of the day. I seen him go out there, and when I was about to stop him, he started fighting back a little bit. So respect to him. He's a sharp fighter. He got a lot of knowledge, and he did what he did to survive.
Grasp how one-sided the outcome truly was. You have to rewind to the pre-fight press event. Something felt off from the start. Teofimo Lopez was in full character mode, raising his voice, cutting people off, and performing for the spotlight. He spoke as if the result was already decided, pushing the idea that he was about to take over the division. Most viewers brushed it off as routine trash talk. Floyd Mayweather didn't. He recognized a competitor more invested in theatrics than preparation, and that detail told him everything.
And made it a weapon, and he couldn't stop it. And for the future young fighters that's coming up behind me, the jab is one of the most important punches, and I hope that they add that to their games too.
All right, and heading into fight week, many people have been calling you this generation's Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel about that comparison?
I'm the first Shakur Stevenson, but Floyd Mayweather's my guy. He called me right before the fight. He always texts me. He told me that he was proud of me before the fight happened. So Floyd is my family. I got a lot of love for Floyd, but I'm the first Shakur Stevenson.
A moment making the rounds now feels eerily prophetic. During the verbal back and forth, Floyd stepped in and shut it down. He locked eyes with Teofimo and reminded him that real success comes from ability, not noise. It wasn't said for effect. It was a clear message from one of the greatest defensive minds the sport has ever seen. Floyd was signaling that no amount of hype or confidence would protect him once the bell rang against a true technician. As Teofimo chased attention, Shakur remained quiet, observing. He didn't need to speak. He already understood how this would end. That calm presence said everything. In hindsight, it was the earliest warning that Teofimo was completely unprepared for what awaited him.
The lead hand, the jab of Shakur Stevenson. And even before the fight started, you saw Teo come out with the, Jabberwockies, and he was doing a lot of, dancing. And on his face, though, you didn't see kind of the joy and the happy and the smirk that you saw yesterday at the weigh-ins. There was a lot of mind games all week from Teo to Shakur, making him wait, trying to get in his head. It looked like he kind of did at the press conference, but like I've said many times, the press conference does not have any effect on the fight itself, right? The best fighters will show up when the time comes. They'll adjust. They'll be able to showcase why they're the best. And tonight, Shakur looked a lot more comfortable even in his ring walk, let alone when the fight started. But when it did start, you saw very quickly two things. Teofimo Lopez is going to have real problems with the hand speed of Shakur Stevenson, his lead hand, and that Teofimo wanted two really specific things early in this fight. Number one, he clearly wanted to land his big right hand over the top. And again, it was off of one or two punches, then switch to southpaw and try to land the left hand while covering distance. And it was I won't say basic attack, but it was a fundamental problem with that attack from Teofimo Lopez. He was having real trouble getting to Shakur Stevenson. He could not get past the lead hand. The jab was stifling him. He was having trouble cutting the ring. He was having trouble getting to the outside foot. This was an orthodox southpaw matchup where Teofimo needed to step to his left to try to push the lead hand away, or at least get head off center line if he wanted to throw his right hand. Instead, he was doing the opposite, and Shakur was taking the outside track. Teo was stepping on the inside lane and then fading to his right side, right into the left hand of Shakur Stevenson, which, by the way, in the first round, Shakur didn't really even throw a backhand. It was just jab. And every time he would touch him with the jab, Teo had to reset.
This is where it gets unsettling. Right before the fight, leak footage showed Floyd Mayweather training Shakur behind closed doors. Normally, these clips are just flash and hype. This wasn't. Floyd focused on a specific sequence, a pivot, a slight pullback, then a crisp lead hook. He wasn't teaching a fence. He was teaching Shakur how to eliminate threats before they could even exist.
What you wondered was, William Zepeda didn't really give Shakur trouble. In my mind, I was there live watching that fight, and Shakur kind of handled all that adversity from William Zepeda. Handled a lot of adversity there. But the difference in that fight, and this one was, Zepeda was there with combination punching, right? He wouldn't just throw one or two punches at a time. He would throw 3, 4, and 5. And maybe once in a blue moon, a couple would get through and Shakur might get touched with something that you usually don't see him get hit with. Teofimo Lopez doesn't fight like that. He fights very selective on the front foot and the back foot. And again, Teo's probably a better back foot fighter than he is a front foot fighter. But he wanted to come out early and make a statement, so he was trying to bring it to Shakur. I think he gave up a little bit of his game too quickly, because in the first round, Teo was throwing heavy right hands over the top. Then that double right hand switched to go to the left hand out of southpaw, and Shakur saw it all early. And even here, some of the post-fight stuff, Shakur was like, I thought he was fast, and he wasn't. Shakur was like, he was way slower than I thought. Teo was reaching a lot. Teo was overstriding a lot. He wasn't bringing his feet with him, and it made it easier for Shakur. He would just frame with his lead hand, keep the distance, which he does such a good job of. If you move forward, he moves back. You cut an angle, he cuts an angle, right? He just mirrors what you do. And the moment you make a mistake or overcommit, he touches you with the lead hand. That's first line of defense. You get past that, hold the left hand behind it. Shakur was schooling him. And again, I said it in the first minute and a half of the stream, I was just like, oh no, this is gonna go very badly for Teofimo Lopez. And it did, man. It's just round after round, Teo could not figure out this equation, could not get past the lead hand of Shakur Stevenson. And there were moments where it wasn't just the jab of Shakur, he was sticking the left hand on him. And no, Shakur doesn't have the biggest power in the world, and no, he may not be the most casual audience-friendly fighter, but he is damn good as a boxer. And he is, I don't want to say Floyd Mayweather-esque, but it's the same formula. When you watch him box, you may not like his style, you may not like that he doesn't sting and punish people the way you would want to see somebody counterpunch. But I don't know, there's a style that beats him.
Jump ahead to rounds 4 and 5, and the strategy comes to life. Watching the fight closely, you can see Shakur repeating that exact sequence flawlessly. Each time Teofimo tried to unleash his signature right hand, Shakur was already out of danger, landing a sharp counter and sliding safely out of range. This wasn't a matter of instinct. It was a precise system in action. Teofimo was striking at shadows. That single drill effectively nullified his most feared weapon, his power. It made one thing clear: Shakur's victory wasn't just natural talent. He had mastered the Mayweather blueprint and delivered it perfectly under the biggest spotlight.
That's from Shakur tonight, just
made Teofimo look like a novice. I mean, that's how good he is. 120, 109, 108. I mean, just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Is that what you expected from Shakur? No?
I mean, listen, I expected an incredible performance, but I didn't expect it to be completely one-sided. I mean, he won every round, in my opinion. It like the golfing levels was phenomenal. And I said to Bud, like, going into 12, he could do 40 rounds, Shakur. Like, never out of control, footwork, timing, shot selection. I actually think he could have stopped Teofimo if he'd have stepped on him. Teofimo looked like frustrated, just obviously busted up to the face. He's a phenomenal fighter.
When the final bell sounded, it didn't resemble a typical title bout. It felt more like a strict lesson being handed down. The judges' scorecards read 119 to 109 in favor of Shakur, though even that might be kind to Lopez. The numbers tell the story. Shakur posted a staggering plus-a-minus ratio, shattering a record that had belonged to Floyd Mayweather for years. Every strike landed cleanly, every counter avoided. It was surgical, almost merciless in its precision.
Shakur moved so well. He won every round, and he was just a step ahead with quickness and just with, just the plan himself. Great plan coming in, and he did well. Congratulations to him.
He won all the rounds? Is that what you're saying? He won all 12 rounds?
Well, maybe he lost one, but he won the majority of rounds.
At what time did you realize that this was just going to be Shakur taking over the whole fight?
After the fourth round.
After the fourth round?
Yeah.
Teofimo, it seems like he couldn't just get it going. Like, he just tried differently going up and down. The counters were getting him.
Yeah.
What could he done differently tonight?
I don't know. It's difficult to box against a great mover like that. And, he tried. He definitely tried. His dad was emotional. He wanted him to do better, but, this is boxing.
At least you look at Shakur as the type of fighter who go up to welterweight and challenge like Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, those fighters as well too, and beat them.
Yeah, he has that possibility. He can do that. I don't know about moving up weights and different things because I'm a heavyweight.
Most startling aspect wasn't just Shakur's defense. It was how he dominated physically. In round 2, cameras caught him returning to his corner, quietly telling his team, "I'm stronger than him." That was the turning point. For years, critics had labeled Shakur as fragile, someone who couldn't deliver power. Now he was controlling a heavy hitter, clinching at will, and moving him around like a chess piece. He became the bully to the bully. By round 8, Teofimo wasn't just behind on points. He looked disoriented, beaten down, and ready to call it a night.